She's not in good shape, guys. She's not in good shape. Right now, guys, I am packing right now. I am getting ready to go up to Boulder, Colorado because we have to pick up some parts for the Brompton. The Brompton needs some love. The Brompton has been sitting apart for almost a month now. And it's about time that I make the trudge up to Boulder, Colorado to Freedom Folding Bikes to pick up some parts for the Brompton. So in this video, that is what we're going to be doing. Alright guys, today is going to be the test of whether my leg is going to survive the trip up to Boulder or not. Not sure where that noise is coming from. It might be coming from the pedal, or it might be coming from the bottom bracket. So I'm gonna run home real quick. I'm not too far away from the house, luckily, and I gotta get this looked at. I gotta figure this out before I ride all the way up to Boulder. That's not good if my pedal comes apart or if my bottom bracket comes apart on the way up to Boulder. That's not a good thing, you know? That's a long way, you know? It's a long way to have to walk back. All right guys, figured out what was going on. The crank arm, it wasn't loose per se, but I got another 3/4 of a turn out of that bolt. And since I tightened this bolt up, it seems to be doing fine. I haven't heard it make too much noise after that, so I'm thinking that's what it was. We gotta hurry and head up to Boulder, Colorado, pick up our Brommy parts, come back. I don't know if we'll end up repairing the Brompton tonight. We might, I don't know. It depends on how much time I have. Well, that's the first time the chain came off. This thing is starting to irritate the living you-know-what out of me, guys. It's getting ridiculous. Yeah, it seems to be doing better. I still hear noise. That might be partially the bottom bracket, but at least it's not that annoying creaking noise. Oh, I tell you what, man, I would not take this bike up to Boulder, but the only reason why I am is because it is geared pretty low, and I don't know how my knee is going to handle the big hills right now. So I think it's probably the best choice. Second time, chain came off. Oh man, this is driving me nuts, guys. Driving me nuts. right, guys, made it up here to Boulder. We're just on the outskirts of Boulder. We got to head that way to go to Freedom Folding Bikes. I just thought I would stop and get something to drink because I'm burning up. I rode all the way up here without any sort of liquid whatsoever. It's crazy.
Six and a half hours later.
Hey guys, sorry I didn't vlog too much on the way home. I was burning up. It was unbelievably hot out. I mean, I was like, you should have seen my shirt when I got home. It was like covered in salt. It was just, I just sweated so much. I was having a hard time. I get back into Denver, I drink some electrolytes, you know, some Gatorade and stuff like that, and I felt a lot better. So anyway, we picked up some stuff to repair the Brompton, and I'm gonna show you what I got. First and foremost, we got the Brompton bottom bracket. This is a Brompton branded bottom bracket. As you guys know, my bottom bracket came completely apart on me. Most importantly, we got a new Brompton seat post, which is very, very important. Then, of course, I've got a couple of Brompton gears. These are gears for my rear derailleur, and I also got a Brompton chain. Now, I haven't changed the chain or the gears on this bike since well before I went to Yellowstone, and that's been over a year ago. So, yeah, I needed gears, needed the chain, definitely needed the bottom bracket and the seat post. So I am too tired because I had to get a bunch of stuff done when I got home. So I'm too tired to do this tonight. Tomorrow, I think I'm gonna come home and I'm going to put the Brompton back together and get it running. Needless to say, guys, I am wiped. I need to go to bed. I am really, really tired. But tomorrow when I get home, we'll put the Brompton back together. And I don't know if we'll ride it to work or not. We may ride it to work, I don't know. But I'm definitely gonna put it back together tomorrow nonetheless.
The next day.
Ooh. Got some badass reflex right now. Okay guys, it is time to fix the Brompton. So we're gonna put the bike in the bike stand, but before I can put it in the bike stand, I actually have to put the seat post on the Brompton. And the way you put the seat post on the Brompton is through the bottom. You take off the seat, you pull the seat post down. I don't have to do that because mine obviously broke. The bottom piece is no longer there, so I can just pull mine out through the top. Okay guys, got the bike in the bike stand. Like I said, the Brompton seat post, all you have to do is slide it up through the bottom. It's not hard at all. As I said, if you want to take the seat post out, it has to come out through the bottom. I'm going to put the seat on, and then we're going to fix the drivetrain. The rear wheel's got to come off, rear gears got to be replaced, and obviously we're going to put a bottom bracket in. All of these repairs are super easy, but there are a couple of tools that you will need. First off, since I've already got my bike apart, I obviously don't need a crank removal tool. I'm not going to be using this, obviously, to put it back together, but you definitely need one to take the cranks off. You also need one of these tools. Now, this is a bottom bracket tool. There are several different types of these, but the one for the Brompton, this is it. Basically, this is splined. The bottom bracket is splined, and this tightens the bottom bracket up. Very, very simple to do. You'll also need a set of Allen keys. You will need a crescent wrench. And last but not least, you need a chain breaker tool. Now, if you have a chain breaker, if the chain is one piece and you don't have a master link, you need a separate tool. Obviously, this chain's been replaced so many times before, it has a master link. These are the tools to remove the master link. First and foremost, what we're going to do is we're going to replace the bottom bracket. Obviously, we need the Brompton bottom bracket. It comes with new bolts with Loctite on them. My old one came completely apart. The bearing fell completely apart. And basically all you do is screw the end caps on. And I'm gonna show you how to do that. All right, you undo this. And you're gonna screw this into the threaded piece right here. Okay guys, I just realized that the camera died while I was tightening these up. So these are already tight, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I did it anyway. That way you know. Basically you take the tool, it's got the male splines, and of course the bottom bracket has the female splines. And they mate together ever so passionately, like this. And then you take your crescent wrench. Jeez, go in there. Okay, yeah. Sounds like my love life. Now you take your crescent wrench, you find the right size, you latch onto the tool. The non-drive side, you will turn actual clockwise, and then the drive side, you'll turn counterclockwise to tighten. I'm sure there's a torque spec on this, but I really don't care. I just tightened it up till it's good and tight. Not super tight, but good and tight, and then we're done. Okay, and now we're gonna put on the crank arms. As I said before, you don't need the crank removal tool. You definitely need it to remove the crank arms because they're pressed on. But to install the crank arms, you don't need that. You just put the crank arms on, obviously opposite of one another, somewhat like that. You put in your bolts, and of course you tighten it up. Now you're going to want to keep turning because the bolt is going to press the crank onto the bottom bracket. So you'll keep turning and turning until it stops. Installation is really not hard unless you mess up the threads. The worst part of the job is when these bottom brackets come apart and the plastic pieces stick inside the frame, which is what happened to me. I had a heck of a time digging those plastic pieces out of there. It's not easy sometimes. That's what they don't show you. Most of the installation videos on YouTube show you on brand new bikes where it's just a screw out, screw in situation. When you got a bike where the bottom bracket comes apart, it's not so easy. It can be kind of a pain in the butt. Now we're gonna take off the rear wheel and I'm gonna put the gears on, and that's really, really easy on this bike. Taking off the rear wheel is actually harder. Gotta undo this little thing right here. Take the chain out. Take the nut off, pull off the tensioner housing, and now you pull off the rear wheel. I don't know why they don't have like quick releases on the calipers, but they don't, so you have to, unfortunately, let all the air out of the tires. Same for the other side. Ooh. All right, to get the gears off, it just has a little snap ring in place. It's really not very difficult. You need like a little blade or screwdriver. A pick works the best actually, but I don't think I have one. But we'll try this and see if it works. It's best to use something with a point on it. A pick works the best, obviously, but all right, cut that off, that gear, then this gear, and you got a spacer in between. Now we'll get the replacement gears. Good old Brompton branded gears. And now we're gonna stick the new gear on. I think it only goes on one way, I'm pretty sure. There, yeah. Put our spacer in. Nice. Then we get our smaller gear, and the rib side goes down like that. And then we stick that on there. If we could ever find the slots, man. There it goes. Yeah. Not bad. Then we put the snap ring back on and we're done. Just work that thing into place like so. And we're good to go. Son of a... Now it's a simple matter of putting the wheel back on and putting a new chain on. Come on. Put the wheel on the wrong way. Why did you guys mention that? I mean, seriously. Go around this way. God, I gotta be the biggest idiot ever. Basically, these little slotted things, they kind of fit into place. You just kind of fit that into place and then tighten it down. Not too bad. All right, now we can tighten it up. Not bad, not bad. Okay, gears done, bottom bracket done. We got to readjust up the rear hub, but that's not a problem. We're gonna put the chain on next. Actually, I forgot one thing. I'm gonna put the tensioner on first. You don't tighten this up too much, just like a little snug. That right there is fine. All right, I'm gonna stick that around the front gear. Now it's time for some adjustment, guys. First we got to put the little chain back in. Okay, for the adjustment, what you're going to want to do is you want to put the bike into second gear. Yeah, like so. Like so. Number 2. That's the neutral position. Then this is where you're going to hook this up and adjust it. But inside this little hole right here, if you pull this out, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's a little flat area of the shaft right inside there. You want to see that little flat area right there. You want it to be exposed about 1 millimeter. So you adjust this little piece, this barrel piece, until that little shaft comes out about 1 millimeter. And you'll see, you'll have chain link and then it'll be a little bit of a shaft. I'll kind of show you a picture of that right now because it's really hard to see through here. Which is about right there. Then I tighten up the lock nut right here and we're good. Pretty easy for the most part. You need a couple tools, but other than that, not very hard to do yourself. I just don't like doing it myself because I get dirty, I drop things, I forget things. I'm just really absent-minded like that. I'm just not, I don't know. I'm like, why did I put the wheel on backwards? You know, because I just don't pay attention. I've got ADD, so it's not a good thing. But anyway, I got it done, and hopefully I can ride it to work tomorrow and not have too much of a problem. A pure joy, guys. A pure joy. There's a couple little adjustments I need to make to the seat post. It keeps slipping slightly, so I might need to tighten it up a little bit. It might be ready for a new seat bushing, I don't know. But that's so far the only problem. It shifts good, it rides smooth, it's very stable. There's no creaking noises, no squeaking noises. I like it. It's doing pretty good, I think. So I'm happy with the repairs. We'll probably go up this weekend to Freedom Folding Bikes, or maybe beginning of next week we'll go up to Freedom Folding Bikes and have Chuck take a look over the joints, make sure everything is operating smoothly, make sure everything is okay, give the Brompton a checkup, and if there is any concerns or things that need to be addressed, I'll get them addressed then. But so far I'm happy, guys. I'm glad to be back on the Brompton. It feels good, man. It feels good. So, all right, well, I got to get in here to work, but if you guys have any comments or questions, leave it in the comment and questions section. Slap a like on the video if you like it, and I will talk with you guys on the next one. Bye-bye.